So.
Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael Sim.
And today we're doing a teach for the Sims, the board game.
That's right, from Goliath. This game plays 2 to 5 players and has no box playtime.
It's probably 30 minutes.
Maybe so.
Maybe a little bit longer.
So thanks to Goliath for providing us this copy of the Sims board game, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So let's go ahead and take a look at this game and I'll teach you how it plays. So if anyone wants to know where I got the plumb bob, they're on the back of the boards. I gotta say, it would have been really interesting to see a yellow and a red one. So, because whenever the needs get really low on the Sims, they will start turning like a dark shade of orange, going down to red, and it's really dangerous at that point. So anyway, you are going to fit these together to make a map. Then these can go either side up, just in any location, like so. So everybody is going to get a needs tracker and set all of the needs to full. If a need empties out, it's going to look like this. So everything is either going to be full or empty. You're never going to have a need that's like partially full. So everyone is going to be dealt 2 home cards. You're going to choose one of them, and you're going to be dealt 2 aspiration cards, also choosing one of them. You can do that at the same time so that you can find something that will match up. For example, my aspiration and my home do not match up very well. My aspiration and Steph's aspiration are quite similar, but her aspirations and home do not line up very well either, because you see, I'm looking for robber symbols and heart symbols, and I've got a trophy symbol starting out in this house. Neither of these match this. So you sort of want an aspiration that's going to match that. For example, perhaps I could have had, let me find an aspiration with it.
There's a lot of different symbols. So
yes.
You might not get lucky.
Yeah, like I've drawn this many, and still, even with the ones that are out on the board, there's not one with a trophy.
So there's
but they do exist, I promise you.
They do.
So if I had an aspiration like this, I would already be 1 on my way to getting 3 trophy symbols. Trophies and or this llama symbol here. So
he's so cute.
He's so cute. Everyone is also going to get one of their little people movers with your color on the bottom and a plumb bob on the top. There's also a die. Keep it ready to go. Also shuffle up the iconic Sims, and you will deal out 2 of them next to the board. Now notice I've got shuffle up all of the action cards. There's a ton of them, and you're going to put 6 of them in this area over here, 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. So the aspiration deck, it's all shuffled up and ready to go for whenever we complete our aspirations. So on your turn, you are going to either go out or go home. If I decide to go out, I will travel to any venue. I will lower the corresponding need. I will then play a card, one of these cards up here, that matches one of the symbols on these locations. So let's say I wanted, let's see, I'm looking for the llama and the trophy. I don't see any of those symbols out here. So maybe I just want to get whatever. So I will, well, this one here says, if you'll notice, it says clean the house, draw 2, take 1. I need to go to a space with a house on it. So why don't I go to the space with a house on it, which is here at the Elixirs and Brews. I'm going to lower this need. Right here's the little conversation need. I will lower that down. That's the next thing I do. Then I'm going to play the card. I could do this one or this one. Both of them have a house on it. Alternatively, these have the little potion bottle. There's none with the chair on it. I will choose this one here. I will place it in my action cards. Then you're going to do whatever action it says on the card. Some of them don't have actions, like bleep the robot. There's no action on this card, just some flavor text. So, if I were to do this, I would draw two and take one of them and then discard the other. That might give me whatever thing that I need. Also, some of these cards will have a green needs icon right here. If your card does have a green needs icon, you can immediately raise it right now. Yes. Yes, Aldi, bleep the robot is his name.
No, that's probably a real bot.
Yes. So I would raise my hygiene. It's got a little arrow pointing to the sock. Well, my needs icon for hygiene is already full, so it won't affect anything. So that goes down here.
Now he has one house icon if that were to help his aspirations.
That's correct. Matter of fact, I could get different aspirations later. That might help out. Then the next thing you do is befriend iconic Sims. These iconic Sims will give you 1 victory point towards completion. You are trying to get to, I believe it is 8 victory points. So you will get 3 victory points for every aspiration you get. You will get 1 victory point for every iconic Sim that is on your property. Now, let's look at these iconic Sims that are available to me. There's a heart and a book. Mine has neither a heart nor a book. Had I taken this card instead, let's say I've taken this card. So, go in order with me here. I would take this card because it has a potion. There is no need that I would raise. It does have an action on it, which is to reset the top row. So I would reset those top row cards, discarding them and filling it with new action cards on the top. And then I will place it here. Then I can befriend an iconic Sim, or both of them if both of these icons match my recently acquired card. Well, the book matches, so I'm going to take Olive Spectre and place her right here. And then I'll reveal another iconic Sim for whenever it's Steph's turn. The next thing I do is I will mingle with 1 player at my venue. There are no players at my venue. But if Steph had been here, or multiple players, I have to choose one of them to interact with. Steph, Pikachu, I choose you. Because you're here, right? I've got to.
I mean,
I have no choice.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Starting with me, I'm going to roll the interaction die. The interaction die has 3 different symbols on it. There's a plus, there's a minus, and there's a hand. If I roll the plus, I get to increase 1 need of my choice. That would be good. If I roll minus, I will decrease 1 need of my choice, like this happiness one here.
He doesn't need to be happy.
If I roll the hand, I will take 1 of her action cards randomly.
Shuffle.
I don't get to choose. I'm going to take 1 randomly and place it here. Now, every card you take after, you need to just put them so you can see all the symbols, because you're trying to get sets of symbols, am I right?
Right.
So then I'm going to check to see if I've got enough score to win the game. Currently, I've just got 1 point, so that's not going to help. On Steph's turn, if she were to take something like this card that says Iconic Sims Move, that means everyone's Iconic Sim is going to, or all of them are going to be passed to the player on your left. And if I pass it and they have that symbol, if they have that book symbol, then they can keep the iconic sim. But Steph doesn't have that symbol. She has to keep passing it around the table. It might come back to me, or it might stop along the way, like James or Susan or Dan might have that symbol, and they're going to stop with them. So that happened. That is iconic Sims move. Now, once these needs keep going down throughout the course of the game, eventually you're going to have to go home because there's nothing up here that I am looking for. The card that I want, let's say I really wanted this one here, but I don't have that need. I can't even go to that place. So the option to go home always exists. When I go home, I'm going to raise 2 needs, any 2 needs that I want. Then I'm going to draw 1 aspiration, and if I want, I can discard, I must discard one of these. It could be the one I was working on or the one I just drew. Both of these are equally good for me because I've got 1 trophy and I've got 1 book. So it doesn't matter which of these I keep, unless I've got something out here maybe I'm shooting for. So, and finally, check to see if you've got 8 points to score. Now, if you have completed your aspiration, that's great. You're going to slide it underneath your scored aspirations, and then you're going to draw 1 aspiration blindly off the top. If you don't like it, well, that's what going home is for, and you can change out your aspiration. Steph says she thinks it is 2. No, you draw 1 new aspiration card. Oh, okay. 2 at the start of the game.
Maybe when you go home, you get 2 at the start. 2
at the start of the game. That's what I just said.
Alrighty.
You get, so let's go over that one more time so there's no confusion. If I complete an aspiration, I put it under, and then I draw 1 blindly off the top. If I want to change that out, I'm going to want to go home in order to get a second one and choose 1 to keep. So, if I can manage to have 8 points at the end of my turn, the game is over and I've won. And that's basically all there is to it. Now, keep in mind, don't forget your house icon. It is part of your 3 icons. Also, keep in mind that you don't have to have 3 trophies or 3 llamas. You could have 2 llamas and a trophy. That is perfectly fine. So keep that in mind whenever you are trying to complete these aspirations. And that is basically all of the rules.
Yeah. Good job.
There's a whole bunch of different houses. I assume.
Well, 1 for every icon.
I assume there's see. 1 for every icon. There's cooking, there's humor, 18. There's clothing, there's a ton of them.
18 symbols.
18 symbols.
So that's a lot. I mean, I haven't ever played The Sims, but
now you feel it.
I feel it. Yeah. Maybe I should.
I think you should.
So we were able to play this with 4 players, and it worked well with 4. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Check it out.
That's the Sims board game from Goliath. If you enjoyed this rules teach and you want to see more just like it, we've got rules teaches, we've got overviews, we've got playthroughs, we've got top 10 videos and weekly recaps on our YouTube channel. Search for Board Gamer Steph on YouTube and you'll see our 1,800 videos there, probably more by the time you watch this video. Or even better, you see these people talking up here? You can join them by finding us on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph. We stream live every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.